Okay, now we are going to explore the consequences of the Earth orbiting a larger planet. And in this case, the analogy for us would be the moon orbiting the Earth. So if you think about the moon for just a second, we always see the same side of the moon facing Earth. That's because the moon is what we call tidally locked in orbit. And the same thing would apply to the Earth orbiting a larger planet. So let's see what this looks like. All right. In this scenario here, this is the Earth, and I put an X on the side facing the larger planet. At this particular point in the orbit, the sun is just rising. So this is, if you'd like, sunrise. So at this point, if you are here on this smaller Earth, then you would see half of the lit larger planet called Tyran, and you would see the sun just beginning to rise. Because of the rotation of the Earth, this version of Earth, the same side always faces the larger planet Tyran. And the rotation process going, for example, from here to there is called synchronous rotation, because the rotation of this planet is synchronized to its orbit. At this point, you would see less than half of the lit side of the larger planet, but you would see more of the sun. So it would be this would be daytime for you. However, in the middle of the day, when you are here, the larger planet Tyran is blocking the sun completely. So there would be an eclipse of the sun every day as seen from this side. Then time goes on and the sun, if you will, rises again. And we see a little bit of the lit side of Tyran. This is a half of an orbit after we started. So from this point, we would see still the sun and Tyran. At this point, I skipped one, of course, but to expedite things, at this point, you would, standing here, see Tyran as a full bright planet. You see just the sunlit side, but at the same time, you would not see the sun at all. So that will take us back to where we started from. Point is that Tyran would go through phases, the sun would rise and set, and there would be a cycle of not 24 hours, but whatever the length of time for the orbit of this planet around Tyran. Now let's do the same thing from the opposite side. Now suppose you lived over here at the bottom. You would not see Tyran, and because of the synchronous rotation, you would never see Tyran. So over here, for example, you are there, but Tyran is on the opposite side. Because of this rotation, there is a completely different set of cycles for life on the other side. Now, I've drawn this planet here elliptically because there would be two high tides, one directly in line with Tyran and one on the opposite side. And because of the synchronous rotation, the high tides would stay in the same place all the time. So the life, let's imagine life on one side evolving with Tyran high in the sky all the time, anywhere on this half of the planet, and life evolving on the other side, never ever seeing Tyran. Of course, both sides would see the sun, the star, but only on this side would you see the larger planet. And so imagine what might happen when intelligent creatures from the far side wander over to the near side and see Tyran rising in the sky as they walk closer and closer to this point here. That would probably be a major, have a major impact on their lives, their philosophies, their theologies. Makes for interesting considerations.